I ain't gonna be
It's gonna do
wanging.
it every time.
That's not gonna be wanging. I can't not bob my head to that.
Right, it's gonna do it every time.
Like one time, I'm gonna get on a freestyle on that beat. One time for the one time. Is it a freestyle if I wrote it?
When we putting out our EP.
Shoot,
I'm
we can
almost
do.
done writing my song I was telling y'all about.
What song?
My worship song.
Oh.
We can throw a couple 808s on there. Have it back.
What's the name of the song?
In Your Presence. Oh no, it's In Your Presence.
Worship song?
Yep.
Mm.
It just talks about like being in the presence of God and what just happens there. How I don't enter.
You gotta play it here first so we can be like,
this whole
y'all hearing it here first.
Right.
I always wanted to be a DJ that did that. Y'all hearing it here first. We about to drop it right now. The hottest in the streets. How y'all doing, man?
Good. So good to see y'all.
Good to see you too.
Yeah, doing well.
What you doing, Dom Dom?
About to whip me up a smoothie.
Yeah.
What kind of smoothie?
See what I'm about to have in here. Some strawberries, some pineapples, a little bit of mango, a little bit of peach. About to finish to it.
That just inspired me. I'm getting a smoothie tomorrow. I ain't gonna make it, but I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get one tomorrow.
That's how I got it because I'm craving them, and I wasn't getting up early enough to go get one from work, and I finally was like, "We got fruit at home."
Right.
What you say, Sam? When I said that inspired me,
I said, I'm glad Dom can inspire you because that is what he's here for. I'm glad he inspired you.
Okay.
How I feel to be in 2024?
It feels lovely. I can't even. It feels great. I'm excited for 2024. I dropped my first YouTube video today.
What?
So, yep, I'm excited about that.
What were you talking about?
Being productive, but also just being real with my audience. And like during that process of filming a video, I was fighting imposter syndrome hard. Like it was so many times during the recording, I'm like, I don't think I like this. Nobody's gonna like this. Just so many thoughts. Like I'm not good at editing. I'm not good at this. I'm not good at that. Who's gonna want to watch this video? And so that's what created the video. Me just being real in the video and basically fighting through it. Posting it in hopes to inspire someone else to fight through theirs. And now that I posted that first video, like God just been flooding my brain with so many different ideas from more videos, and I'm just so hyped about it. So like, I can't wait.
Ain't it amazing? All we gotta do is just get started.
Yes.
Like, I just want you to get out of bed. That's all I need you to do.
Just take that first step.
I gave you the breath, so let's move. I'm glad you said what you said though, because one of my things this year is fighting insecurities. I want to step outside my comfort zone and stop playing it safe. When I look back over like my life and everything I've done, everything I've been through, everything that got me to this point, I'm like, it's definitely a couple years I can account for where I'm like, I played it safe here. I didn't do what I was supposed to do here. I know I was supposed to do this, but I decided to do this because it was comfortable. Or I tried to make compromises and do things that, made me feel good and I thought was sustaining or, effective. And it might have been, but it wasn't effective to the point where it would have been if I would have just did what God told me to do.
That's how I feel about the whole last year, honestly. But like, I can't dwell on it. It was a different type of year for me, and I just had to push through and get the strength I needed for this year. So I'm grateful for everything, but I'm just like, I'd be like, dang, Lonnie, girl, you should have, you were supposed to post your first YouTube video January of 2023, not January 2024. But it also goes back, to the devotional and all of that. Speaking of that, we didn't get our devotional today, or did I miss it?
You missed it.
It was sent today?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
How did I miss it?
Hey. It's okay.
Y'all sent it when I was asleep or something?
Not y'all, me.
You sent it when I was asleep or something?
I don't know when I sent this in your phone. I'm
gonna have to look. look, I'm gonna do it before the night end. That's crazy that I missed it.
What's crazier is it's 9:30 at night and you just talking about missing it.
I thought about it earlier, but I thought and that's not the only devotional that I partake in daily.
Hey. Hands up.
What you eating on over there, Sam?
I wish you get done with them.
They lifesaver gummies, bro. Things be hitting. I crave weird things after I leave the gym. Like, and it's always like something. This is my problem. I can go like forever without eating like sweets and candy, but it's like as soon as I get a taste, it's like straight crackhead. And it's like I got to get myself back off of it because I can go months without eating sweets. And then I'm like, oh man, I'm craving like a Sour Patch or, you know, Lifesaver gummies or whatever. And I get like one bag. And then it's like, okay, now I'm getting a bag every other day. And this is I go through this spiral where I'm just like fiending. I'm just going back to it. It's like every blue moon I hit this crazy candy rush. But yeah. But anyway, we are not going
to fast. When I fast and I stop eating food, it'd be like, all right, I'm not eating food, so I can do without my favorites, chicken and this and that. Then all of a sudden, like, but don't you want some chips? Don't you want a candy bar? Like,
Rain in the comments, she said, "What we talking about today? We chopping it up. We just catching up and really just acknowledging the fact that God has kept us yet another year, and we are here to witness 2024 and just talking about how we're gonna do things different, and addressing the things that we didn't do right. I feel like a lot of times we talk about what we're gonna do different, but we never address what we didn't do right. It's like kind of like we just try to speed past it, but sometimes you gotta dig in them old wounds and, you know, to really discover why you even did what you did or didn't do what you're supposed to do, so then you won't repeat it. If you don't know where it's coming from, it's like, how can you really stop it? So I know the main focus for me this year is powering through insecurities. I really struggle with the whole, Sam, are you qualified? Sam, are you supposed to be doing this? Sam, you know, did you put in enough hours? It's like it's always an excuse that plays in the back of my mind of why I shouldn't be doing, you know, what I'm supposed to be doing. But this year we're gonna go and push through it. We're gonna do it ugly, we're gonna do it scared, we're gonna do it wrong, and we gonna do it, and we're gonna go and grow all the way through it. So I'm excited, I'm nervous. I mean, I'm everything. My emotions is like a roller coaster, but through all of the emotion, I'm blessed, and I'm thankful just to have the opportunity to, you know, be a part of the wheel. So
that's what's up. That is what's up.
Yeah, everything you're saying, man, it's definitely it's a lot going on. It's a lot in the works for this year.
Yeah. And you know what? I've always been a person that put myself out there and always been out in the open. But now it's like, Sam, be intentional. Like, be intentional with being out in the open. It's no problem, you know, for you to be out in the open doing what you want to do. But now it's like you need to be more direct and precise in your attacks and what you're really doing. It's not enough just being out front if you ain't doing what God called you to do. You just standing out there. So we're gonna get to work. We're gonna get to work this year. Yeah.
Yeah, with me, I feel like something I did wrong like last year was not including God in all of my plans. Like, just feeling like, all right, I've experienced this. Let me try to add this to my plate, or let me try to accomplish this or whatever. And I just know how I am. Like, once I get started with stuff, I be having a confidence like, yeah, I can complete this, I could do this, and I can. That God has given me like that gift and that ability, but it's like why weren't you including him with it?
Right.
And you wonder why certain stuff failed, or you wonder why you didn't get the certain results that you were supposed to get. So that's one thing I'm doing, and to make sure that I do it right, because I know I'm not gonna change overnight and just automatically just start giving everything to God. Like, I broke down my year into quarters, like, and I mentioned that in my YouTube video that I posted today. Like, just breaking my year down in quarters. Like, just the first 3 months was only on my mind.
Right.
And of course, I want to get better as the rest of the months come. But it's like December, I don't even know what that looks like. I really don't even know what the rest of this month looks like. But just so I can have like a little bit of like, working towards something, I'm breaking it down into the 3 months. And then each quarter, I'm going to take it up a notch. But it has to align with what God says and just where I am in life. I'm no longer being like, I'm going to do this and this and that and forget that I'm human and forget that life happens and forget that everything is out of my control, basically, except for what I get up and do on a daily basis. Everything else is out of my control.
Facts.
So, I'm excited to see what quarter one looks like for me individually and us collectively.
So, for sure. Oh, this real quick, because we ain't get to talk about this yet. Did you get the look, Bishop casting the vision for this year? I know you probably did, Sam, but did you get?
No, I got to look at that. I'm gonna look at it tomorrow. I'm off all day. I'll put that on my schedule.
Well, just to highlight like the key points that he made, because when he was saying his number one, and me and Lauren was both just sitting there. She stared at me that whole time, like he talking. You absolutely right. What he was saying was, it was crazy too, because I've been talking to y'all about, specifically, trying to move up in my job and everything. I ain't saying so. The way what he was saying was hitting the nail on the head. It was just so, but he referenced where in the Old Testament where they presented the invitation, come with us. But what God said was, there's a place, and he said, I will give it you. So he talked about changing our perspective for just continuing to ask God for stuff like, give me this, bless me with this, give me that, I need this. And changing that perspective to know, I'm going to give that situation, that person, that place, I'm going to give that you. Everything that I've placed in you, the gifts, the knowledge, the spiritual wisdom, I'm going to give you to that place so that you fit and bless that place. It's not what you can receive, but it's about what you're going to give. You are the gift. Down that vein. And then he talked about, and I'm just highlighting these two things. These was the most impactful, but I don't want to, if you're going to go back and watch it, I'm going
to watch it.
So, but the other thing was he referenced when Jesus fed the 5,000 with the fish and the bread. And he talked about how, obviously, anybody reading that don't seem like enough. This was a little boy's lunch. Little boy, his lunch pail. And the disciples was like, how we going to feed all these people? Like, they hungry. They've been following us. They've been listening to you teach. Like, they hungry. Because literally to this day, thousands of years later, when you in church, what you start doing, you get hungry. Like, it's just, I don't know what the connection is between hearing the word and your stomach being like, all right, after this, we're going to get some chicken.
That's all I used to think about in church as a kid. We going downstairs and eating afterwards. That was the only thing kept me.
Oh, man.
At Father's house, it's a small church, so you could smell the food like it's in the sanctuary.
Yeah. Like, you start zoning out. Like, why y'all do that? Like, halfway, 20 minutes left, and you start smelling the food coming from, you zoning out. It's like, okay, come on, press out.
Yeah, right. In addition, but he talked about that and how, it didn't seem like anything, and Jesus simply took it. He prayed for it. He prayed over it. Even though it didn't seem like enough, even though it looked insufficient, he prayed and gave thanks for it. That little bit that didn't seem like enough. And then he broke it in the same fashion that his body was broken for us. And then they gave it And as they gave it, it was enough. And they was able to keep giving and keep giving and keep giving. And so he said in this season collectively, but also individually, in those places where God is going to give those situations and those people us, that we need to first pray and thank God and cover whatever it is that's being given in that may not seem sufficient or enough. And then we're going to be broken because we have to be ready and prepared for what it is we're being given to. And then, just like they did with the fish and the bread, we're going to be given to whatever that is, and over and over and over and over again. And so, yeah, that was the vision for this year. And it was, wow, like that it definitely applied to us all together. But I know all three of us right now can consider situations right now in the natural in our lives that's like, okay, I'm gonna pray, I'm gonna thank God for what this is, even though I have my times where I'm thinking about what I didn't do last year and how unqualified I am and how I should have blah 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 blah. But I'm gonna pray and I'm gonna thank God for being in this position right now with whatever knowledge or whatever skills I possess right now. And then I'm to break me, to prepare me for whatever it is so that I'm ready. And then we're gonna keep getting given and given and given and given and given over and over and over again until the needs of whatever that is satisfied.
Right.
And so what God intended for that place is going on in that place. So yeah, that blessed all of us for sure.
I like that for sure.
Yeah, it definitely changed your heart posture, because it's like the way you pray and the way you come to God, it's like it changes it, like it's a whole 180, because it's like I just want to serve. And that was one of the things I was, talking about a couple months ago. And I'm like, this is the thing, I keep trying to, sit still and think about the times in my life where I was truly happy. Back even when I was a kid and I was doing things that, I wasn't even thinking about. And I just, it was just natural and I loved it. Before reality set in, before somebody, told me I shouldn't be doing that and things changed, I'm like trying to go back to that point where it's like this is where you were flowing in your gift. But I always come back to serving. And I think that's like, given a situation, to me, it's like one of the purest forms of serving. Because it's like I just want to be here. And everything that God has filled me with, I wanted to pour out of me and pour into you into overflow, because I just want to serve. And if this is where I need to serve for this time, this is where I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be happy, and I'm not gonna focus on myself, because if I'm thinking about myself and I'm thinking about where I'm not and what I didn't do, then I'm not really giving 100% to where God needs me to be. I'm still thinking about myself. And God is trying to get us to that place where it's like, stop thinking about, I'm thinking about you. Why you keep thinking about yourself when I'm thinking about you? You need to think about what I've given you to think about and handle that. I got you. So I think we overwhelm ourselves a lot because we think about ourselves, and then we think about, oh, okay, and God want me to do this, and I got to do this, and I got to do that, but I still got to handle this for me. And it's like God wanted us to get to a point where it's like, stop thinking about you. I got you. Go do that. And that's the place I want to be in without even thinking about it, with no hesitation. Forget what I got to handle, because God got that part. If I stay obedient and do what I'm supposed to do, the rest is history. It's done. So
I want to share a scripture I was just reading when I was in Bible study that kind of goes with what you said. Let me find it. It's in Matthew 10. When basically he was saying, like, those who work for God, everything is. Let me read y'all the thing. And this is in the TPT version.
Come on, Pastor.
Chill. Matthew 10, verse 9 and 10. It says, You won't need a lot of money. Travel light and don't even pack an extra change of clothes in your backpack. Trust God for everything because the one who works for him deserves to be provided for. Like, that's just a translation of Matthew 10. And it just goes to show, like, when you really, like, just lay down yourself, humble yourself before God, you know you're doing his work with a pure heart. Everything else, it has no choice but to follow line. Like, it says that in his word. Like, if we working for him, we deserve to be cared for.
Right.
We deserve to be provided for.
Right. And I think it was a while back when I had this crazy revelation, and it was back to the God supplies all our needs, and I was like, okay, Lord, what am I not doing? Because you supply all my needs, and you have been doing that, and apparently this is all I need, and I have visions of bigger and more, and it's like it's something that we need to do in order to, get more. It's like you're not doing enough if you feel like, I don't have enough. Even though your needs are supplied, it's like I don't have enough, so I'm not doing enough. I have these crazy visions of these big homes and these big cars and these huge buildings. And I know I ain't crazy, but I also know until I really step into that vein, he's like, you got all you need. You have everything that you need. But until you put yourself out there and you put yourself in a position where you need more, then I give you more. And I love how faithful, how true he is to his word. Because it's like I told you, I'll supply your need. You got it. So that's another thing. It's just, again, back to the serving, but just continuing to intentionally decrease as God increases in my life, because I don't have the answers. I don't have enough on my own to do everything that is required of me. And I'm tired of mixing. I'm tired of mixing what I like and what I want to do with God. And as harmless as people might think your mix is, it's still a mix. And if we're supposed to be pure and holy, what are you mixing that? It's like trying to have a healthy drink. I like tea, so I make my teas and I put my honey in it and stuff. And some people put sugar in it. To me personally, I think sugar defeats the whole purpose. I think if we're drinking tea and we're taking care of our bodies, once we pour sugar in it, it's like, why did you put the sugar in it? And it tastes good, and that's what you like. And I no beef. I don't got no problem with you putting sugar in it, but it's just the example I wanted to use, because we got our drink and what we need, and then but it's like I just need to be a little bit more sweeter. So getting out of that mode of trying to sweeten my current state on my own, because that's not my job either. I'm not putting more on my plate. I'm gonna let God fill my plate, So it was so long when I was growing up. It took me a grip to get to the point where I could fix my own plate, because mama knew I was gonna put too much on there and be wasteful. So it's like, sit down, let your father prepare your plate, so then you won't be stuffed, you won't be, wasting things won't slip and fall on the floor. All that won't happen. Let God fill your plate up, and you always have energy. You always be able to do what you're supposed to do. I think we put extra stuff on the plate on top of what God already put on there, and then we run around like we crazy. And we do that to ourselves. So
real.
we're gonna be more intentional this year.
Anya, are you eating?
Yeah, I am.
So you're gonna put the food up?
Yeah.
You gotta put that food up, girl. And you wash the dishes.
In my household, we getting better at communicating and like not assuming things. What did he say? What you say, Don?
He said, "Put that food up." That's what he said.
I'm gonna put it up after I eat. Yeah, we getting better at communication and just spending more quality time with each other, and it's been so good. Like, what day was that? Monday. My mama was off. I was off. My little brother was here. We just all just sat together, ate breakfast, and then watched like a couple sermons. Then we went to the store, just drove around.
A couple?
Yeah, we watched like 2
You
sermons.
mean one enough?
I mean, we watched one.
One too much? That's great. That sounds like a lovely day.
One was not too much. And then we just drove around, cracked some jokes. Yeah, that was it.
Hey, speaking of family, I don't want to this is not who I am. I don't like attention and all that stuff. That's not me. But since we talk about me, my birthday tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I'm excited. And my dad asked me, he was like, "What you want to do for your birthday?" And I'm like, we could probably go to Chipotle, come back to the crib, watch some movies, and just chill out. That'd be the greatest birthday. I love family time, and I'm so simple. I'm so simple. And this the normal is like, because everybody's moving around, everybody's working, everybody got their own thing they doing. If we can intentionally, get something to eat and just spend time together, that's all I need. I'm good. I don't need nothing else. And plus me being all vegetarian now, I'm like, it ain't too much for me to go out and go get. I would prefer making my own meal. I just need that family time in. That's the birthday gift I want. Everything else is a bonus.
So what we gonna do for your birthday, the three of us?
I don't know. Everything else is a bonus.
We're gonna be together on Saturday, so
yeah. Sometimes I gotta be real specific when I talk, because people would take the first thing I say and they don't listen to the second, because I would love to see you this weekend, but everything else is a bonus. So I still like gifts. So I just wanted to people run with it. He said all he wanted was us. He just want me, so that's all. I'm just going.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, I'm getting up there, man. I feel old, man. Getting up there. 28.
Nah, don't do that.
28, man. 28. And I don't know if you hit like a certain age where like stuff on your body to start. My knees ain't never felt like they've been feeling, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm like my knees stronger than this. They stronger than this. I'm speaking life over my knees right now. They getting it. But you said what? But
I said that's crazy you saying that, because you be in there, you
all we heard was that's crazy. You said you be in
there,
and then it just faded out.
Bruh, here.
We don't need a repeat of last week.
Oh my gosh, we don't. We don't.
No. I'm a. Hold on.
I don't know what you're doing over there, but you look like you tweaking.
I was for a second.
Man. I just want to go to a higher place spiritually. That's the only thing that's been on my mind. I want to stay there. I don't even want to dilute like at all. I don't want to play nothing off like it's small, because I love the place I be in, man. When it's just me and God, and I can tell when it's altered or I let something in that I shouldn't have let in. It's like when you got the room perfect temperature, and then somebody opened up the door, and it's like, come on, bro. I used to like being in a sauna when I went to this gym. You go to the sauna, everything cool, and you get it so hot, you get it perfect. It's hot and it's lovely. And then people open up the door and let all the cold air in. They want to open up the door and they want to hold conversations. They want to walk in all slow. And it's like, I don't want to open up the door when me and Holy Spirit vibing and it's hot and it's perfect. I don't want to open up the door and let no kind of chill, no breeze. I like it right here. So
no distraction.
I'm about to be real aggressive. And if somebody try to open up my door, they gonna get a 2-piece and a biscuit. Respectfully on Holy Spirit and them.
Speaking of like gym and working out, like I don't know if I want to start coming to y'all gym. I don't know if I'm ready.
I'm telling you right now. People be think I be gassing it, but I'm telling you right now. People think I be gassing it, but I'm telling you, my gym is the best gym in the city, and you're not gonna get no better work. I mean, it's all around full body working out. You're not gonna push yourself like this, and it ain't that hard.
It's all like one level though.
It's I wouldn't say it's all one level because everybody at different levels, but it's just whatever you can't do is modified, but you still gonna get the same amount of work in.
Yeah, it's all one. It's all one program. Like we all doing these circuits. We all doing this set of whatever. But like he said, you modify however you got to. So one person might have this much weight, the next person got less weight, or you might have a box this tall, the other person got a box that's a little shorter if necessary. But yeah.
I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do because I know I need to really finish out my recovery with my arm and stuff, and I don't want to like.
That's cool. You just got this. Explain that. Come through. Don't use that for an excuse. Come through. Talk about your injury and then take it light. Don't go crazy.
Okay. Because I do need that accountability of like just being around other people that's working out and to make sure I'm doing stuff right.
If you want to see results, you gotta come through. You got to. It's a real loud community. Half the time I don't even feel like going, but I'll look at the class list and I'll be like, okay, my partner gonna be in there today, or Samson signed up for class today, or whoever else. It's like when it's a full class, it's like I gotta come through. And if you don't be there in a while, they play you off too. Like you walk in there and they be like, oh, this is where we keep the equipment over here. Like, cause you ain't been here in a while. So it's like they treat you like you a new person.
Let me get you reacquainted.
So I love it. I love working out so much that it's the same, the accountability, everything. I compare it straight to my spirituality. I love it. I was lifting the other day and I was like, dang, like I'm real live tearing my muscles up. And it's crazy when you think about, how you got to tear it down for it to come back and build up stronger. I'm like, man, I love it. I love it here.
I love it. I love it.
I don't know how you do it. Like, I see people that go hard. Some people that go harder than me, and they work out more often than me, but they don't have no relationship with God. I'm like, I don't know how they do it, because everything I do in that gym just pushed me farther towards God. Because I'm like, how could you put this much work in over here and not over here? It's like your body look good, but it's gonna get burnt up. We don't want that. We don't want that.
You want to get burnt up?
We don't want that. Hey, gotta keep it a buck with you. We in that day and age now where it's like we done sugarcoated it for you for so long.
Yeah.
At this point, about to be like them old heads back in the day.
You're going ahead.
You're going ahead on this nigga. Hey.
This inverted camera getting on my nerves.
I know that's how it is.
Oh man.
I'm over here like
yeah.
Oh man, you should have asked me. Y'all both straight. Y'all look good. Y'all look good.
Appreciate it.
Dom, you a little tall in your camera.
Yeah, I mean, when I try to switch it up and
now that's perfect. I can see the top of your head now.
But we see.
I can see the top.
But I went to this watch service in Baltimore for New Year's, and it was great. I loved it. I love the atmosphere. The pastor was cool, and very relatable, and like down to earth, like vibe. And the watch service was so, how can I put this? It was just dope. I'm not even gonna try to think of another word. It was a dope experience, and I enjoyed myself. And I love opening up the year with the one that's gonna carry me through the year. I mean, there's no better way to do it. I don't know how you spend your New Year getting drunk out of your mind just to pray and cry for God to pull you through the whole year. And He's so merciful that He gonna help you and He gonna do it. But I'm like, God, dog, for real? Like, He's not even gonna. But that's another topic for another day. I did see a watch service though that was lit. It was lit. I was on Twitter, on the social media, and they opened up the New Year blasting that Swag Surf song in the sanctuary.
I knew that's where you was going with this.
In the sanctuary. When I saw that, I said, "Oh, okay, that's what we're doing. We gonna on the first of January. We gonna start off by saying, look, we lukewarm in here. That's gonna be the first announcement of 2024.
You know what's so crazy to me is because I follow somebody on Facebook, rich guy. His name Derek Harper.
Oh,
I think his name is Derek Harper.
so
But he like real attached to Bishop William Murphy. That's his church, right? We talking about the same thing, Dream Church or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he been on here and on there really defending it. Which I mean, when you attend a certain fellowship, you're gonna take up for your pastor, you're gonna take up for your bishop or whatever. But the point he was making, and a lot of people agreed with him in the comments, was it's crazy. People had this idea that whatever it takes to win souls. And it's like, first of all, I don't think that winning souls equates to this many people joined your church.
Right.
I also think that it becomes dangerous to feel like you won souls with methods that it's like the argument is traditional don't get it no more. Traditional don't appeal to this generation. Traditional don't appeal to today's modern society. Right. And it's like, okay, I understand using modern methods to convey the message, but it got to be the same message. I feel like not only are we tailoring what we do to the way the world determines how we do it, but we also watering down the message at the same time.
Right. Like, are people really getting saved under false pretenses? Like, this is not even, people not really getting saved. Like, you lying to them.
Because like if I can do what I do already, I just gotta say I love Jesus.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's easy.
We're not giving them the proper tools. We talked about this before.
Yeah, we did several times.
Yeah.
And it's like it's one of those things that keep coming up because every time you turn your head, it's another excuse and another reason why we gonna bring foolishness into the house of God. Why we gonna bring foolishness in the pulpit? It's a whole nother argument and disagreement. And it's not even an argument. It's really not. It's not. But it's like it's a beef that you have with people that try to correct you because it's like this is not of God. And you're trying to justify doing what you want to do and using God to do it, and you gonna have to answer for that. You are going to have to answer for you deceiving people and acting like this is the only way that we can win souls. Like, come on, bro. Like, really?
Or doing different things is not compromising. This just the way. This is what we got to do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I ain't with that. And I think it's so important, like, because people generally, these conversations that we having with people that's doing this stuff is big churches, mega churches. So they argument automatically be like, well, our church grew to this many members. How many members your church got?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What have you done to win souls? What have you done to da 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 da? And it's like, you need to understand that how many people attend the service does not equate to how many people are actually being equipped and changed and, you know, are being grown and developed for to continue the work that you say you was doing that brought them there.
Right.
People just coming and fake participating in different stuff and showing up to the fun stuff and being there at Bible study. I mean, you want people to be there because you want them to hear the word.
Right.
But if people are not genuinely changing and then duplicating what it is that you say you're doing, then that the church didn't grow. It's not about numbers per se. We do want the numbers, but whatever numbers we have, we want that to be growing. It's about quality, not quantity.
Right.
Because Jesus said he coming back for a remnant anyway. He didn't say I'm coming back and it's gonna be millions upon millions, everybody. It's gonna be a small number because the majority of people are going to decide, no, I want this way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want what y'all talking about. I don't want that sacrifice. I don't want the rules, the discipline, all of that. And so so many people that claim to be church had this warped perception of success and winning souls. And it's like that's in a lot of cases, not all, but in a lot of cases, a lot of the stuff we see, and it's convenient how it's the crazy stuff that get broadcast on national television.
Right.
It's the crazy stuff that go viral.
Mm-hmm.
So that service where, you know, a pastor preached the word and it reached people and we wasn't in there playing that music. It was regular worship atmosphere. Them clips don't go viral.
Right.
Them clips don't go viral. So it's easy for you to say that that stuff don't work. And I believe too that we have to vamp up and we always have to be adding to our strategy in winning souls. But the foundation of what we doing, that can't change. And we can't be just taking stuff from the world.
Right.
We can't. If that came from the world, then that automatically disqualify whatever we doing.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how many people now claim what they claim or now go to your church. That's
Right.
not what it's about.
Because it's gonna be, I don't even think people understand what it really means to be saved and to really give your life. It's like, you know, and really make, you know, Lord your savior, like, and Lord over your life, like make God Lord over your life. And like people don't understand what that means. So we get to a point where we inviting all these people in under these lies, and then it's like when you pull the rug from under them and they found out that I gotta get this up, then they run away from the church. And then they claim that they church hurt. And it's like somebody lied to you.
Yeah.
And
I hate that people be having to experience stuff like that. Like, of course, you should get understanding on your own and build your own relationship. But when you already knew, you know, to Christ and you really depending on your leader to, you know, show you the ropes and they just like mislead you, they don't give you the proper tools. That's crazy.
But the thing is, people don't even ask the question. Like, we now on a natural level, we understand if it's too good to be true, then it probably is. That's what everybody says. That everybody believes that. And my thing is, why do you think that it is possible for you to come into a place, never change, never be stretched, never be uncomfortable, never grow, and claim you really doing something?
Because then also we get this false like perception that being with God just means everything just gonna be perfect as soon as you get your life. Like everything gonna go the way it's supposed to go at all times, which it will, but like the process ain't gonna be hard. So no, I don't have to put in no work. I don't have to be stretched. I don't have to be tried. Like happen.
Yep. Rain says it's a lack of discernment.
Yeah, Lauren said people prayers feel like prayer is like basically, I'm gonna put it in my words because this is what I was about to say, but she also just said this. It's like people want God to be a genie, and you want your prayer to be answered immediately, right there on the spot.
Right
there on the spot. And it's like, I think because of the way people teach the Bible, people feel like that's how it happened. Moses prayed, God answered immediately. Abraham prayed, God answered immediately.
Yep. And then when it don't happen for you, you a liar. And to be
he didn't answer immediately because that's just what he do. He answered immediately because they was obedient. Immediately because they lined up with what his will was. Maybe not at all times, but you know.
Right. Right.
If you do this, then I will do this. If you do these things, then I will. These things will be given unto you. You don't just get it just because you went to church and said, I believe and Lord is my Christ and Savior. It don't just happen like that. Now you gotta walk the walk.
So they be at church like, I believe.
Yup, and you straight looking like an ass. Yup.
Nah, I've been saying this for a long time though, man. Like when we tell our kids something, we say, listen, if y'all do blah 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 blah, y'all can have this. Whatever that promise is, whatever it is. I don't think so. Whatever that is, we expect those things to be done. Period. And every time you come to me about whatever I promised you, what am I gonna say? I'm gonna revisit those things that I told you to do.
Right.
So don't say that I don't keep my word or you can't trust me or he's not a good father. How? I expect these instructions that I gave to be completed. Now, when that gets taken care of, it's yours. It was always yours, but you definitely gotta do what I said do. Period. And if you don't, it's gonna be some consequences.
Exactly.
And I'm even in my compassion, I might let you get a piece of whatever that promise was, but you're not gonna get the full thing because you didn't do what I said.
Yeah.
Period.
Man, I think you preached a sermon back in the day when it was something about its conditions to the contract.
Yeah.
That was cold.
Yeah.
That was cold.
Yeah.
Because it's like you sign the contract and then it's like you don't hold your end of the bargain up and then you want to go in there like where's my money? Like nah, that's not how that.
Yeah.
That's not how that
like
works.
When we talk about having a covenant, that word is deeper than a contract. But in essence, to understand it, it's basically a contract.
Right.
Yeah.
And we got this manufacturer that done produced us. And it's some terms and conditions that apply to our functionality.
Right.
And so you got to honor those. If you don't read the terms and conditions and you don't bought an Apple product and then you destroy or mess up the Apple product, now you done what's the word? You done voided the warranty.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't send us back to this now. You went everywhere else to try to get this fixed.
No, you can bring it back to us.
That too. She said, you heard what she said?
You can bring it back, but it's gonna cost you.
Yeah, it's gonna cost you.
And it does. Because when we come back to our Father all broken up from not doing what we're supposed to do, it costs us.
Yeah.
It costs us.
Ooh, this nasty.
What is it? It looked like it was ginger ale.
Nah, this is apple, celery, cucumber, kale, collard greens. It wasn't that bad earlier.
It's the collard greens. That's why
they just threw that in there. They was like,
we need an extra green. Add an extra green.
That's what I was about to say. But I'm also drinking this smoothie that got all that pineapple, mango, strawberry. So it hit different now. It do hit different.
Yeah. You didn't cleanse the palate to taste all that healthiness.
Yeah.
Trying to get it in. I gotta slow down. I ain't gonna make it through this whole conversation.
But yeah, this year we just gotta like we said in the beginning, we have to, give situations us. We gotta be the answer. Stop talking about it and keep showing people the right way. You're not gonna like how it sound. You're gonna think somebody judging you, but you need to hear it. You need to hear it.
Yeah. Hey, quick question.
What's up?
When you around somebody and they just got a super foul mouth, do you tell them stop cussing?
No, actually, they apologize and they apologize and they stop. Anybody that has ever cussed around me has always apologized and stopped immediately. And I'm learning not to say you good, because that's because you're not good. So I used to be like, oh no, you good, or I used to be like, oh you fine, or whatever, and it used to just be a reply. But now when they apologize, it's like I really don't say nothing after it, but I don't say nothing to confirm that it's okay. Like, but yeah, because it's not okay. So if you're already mindful enough to know this is a man of God and I shouldn't be cussing around him, and you're gonna apologize for doing so, I'm not gonna tell you it's okay so you can keep doing it. So, because it's not okay. I'm a man of God.
I thought about that the other night. I was talking to somebody at work, and older lady came over and she was going in and she was like, quit cussing. And I was like, dang, I wasn't about to tell her that. Like, I mean, I don't talk that way, but I wasn't about to be like, stop cussing. And I was like, dang, maybe I need to add that to my repertoire. Like, I have people who have that reaction that you just described as like, excuse me, I meant to say, and then there's some people that just not as how I talk.
Now my thing is I'm not the police over your mouth, so I'm not gonna be on it like that. But if it's excessive, I have told people like stop cussing. Like if it's crazy, like I
mean like in the case like you talking to me.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't just overhear you. You talking to me. Like yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you talking to me and we in a conversation. Like I'm only gonna take like I'm a grown man, so I can handle a cuss word, but every other word, no, that's unsettling to my spirit. I don't like that. Now I'm starting to get pissed off.
I don't like the GD word. That's the touchy one for me. Like, all right, he don't have nothing to do with what you talking about right now. That's for sure.
I think I agree with you on that. I think the F word really get me. I think like that's a hard cuss word. Like I like it's like every cuss word is a cuss word, but in my mind I'm like it's soft ones. But I think like the F word is just a foul. It's foul. Yeah. Like it's just nasty. Like
used to be my favorite one. I know y'all didn't used to cuss, but I did. I used to cuss.
Who did? I'm still working on it.
That was my favorite word.
Man,
I say hell a lot.
With my mama, man, I ain't have the opportunity to develop that trait. I did not have the opportunity to develop that trait. Now, when I get hurt, I do need to stop saying the D word. But when I get hurt, today I was at work and like I had hit my leg on something, and I mean it was so painful. It was so painful. It even left a mark, like a big old bruise on my leg, and it was just like I said the D word. But
you know what I will say? In my head, and that's what I want to do to work. I don't cuss out loud ever, but in my head.
So could you say that you're a cusser?
I'm trying to just get it.
In my head, I still cuss frequently. For sure. In my mind, my thoughts definitely be cussing. That might sound weird, but
Nah, that don't sound weird at all.
Okay.
So that don't sound weird at all.
Like,
you heard what she talking about. It don't sound weird to me. It be on your face.
That's why I be praying, like, Lord, forgive me for my thoughts, because
for real.
Just because I didn't get a chance to really say it in the flesh don't mean I ain't say it. I'm like, forgive me for my thoughts, because people be stupid out here. And when people do stupid stuff, my mind go to stupid words. Like, but what comes out is, why would you do that? But in my head,
nah, for real. My mind be like, you.
The episode of SpongeBob.
Yeah, nah, for real. And then I'll be like, nah, you can't do that, man. You gotta, this how you do it.
Mm-hmm.
When somebody asks me a question at work, I just be like, what happens to common sense? Like, how we develop this term that describe this common understanding among people, and then it just dissipated as the years have gone by. Like, common sense is not common. So now it's just like you either got sense or you don't.
Mm-hmm.
And the stuff that people formulate in their mind to ask me, and I just be like, but there's no way you didn't even think about that.
Right.
You didn't even think about that. You was just like, I'm gonna go ask him. Like,
yep.
All right.
Yep. Yeah,
I would never. The stuff I think in my mind, I would never say to nobody. And that's the other reason why I thank God.
Sounds so bad, like your mind crazy.
Don, what you be thinking about?
Nah, my mind crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you.
They said it be the quiet ones, man. Dom he be in the cut. Like,
no, listen to me though. This is why I thank God for the fruit of the spirit. One of them being patience. Like, I got a lot of patience, not because of me, not because of me, but I got a lot of it, and that, I really lean on that so that no situation go left.
Mm-hmm.
And I just pray, like, God, just keep giving me the grace and the strength that nothing go that far left. A little to the left, because it's life, right? We're gonna go a little to the left, right? But we ain't going Beyonce left. Like, you know what I'm saying? A whole song or to the left. I might get left in jail. So I don't,
Hey, I'll come get you, cuz.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be right behind.
Y'all, you don't let the thought come out your head, but something else come out that lets me know that you was thinking something similar to that. Because you would say something and I'd be looking like, do you need to be
The chuckle.
That's that she know me so well chuckle. Like, hey.
Yeah. And I don't know if you heard her, but she said it's you and your dad. And I'm like, I'll let you talk about that's where I get it from. And that's one reason why I learned how to mask it, because if you know my dad, he don't cuss either, but he'll say something.
He might as well cuss though, because he
that's what I just said. What you just said, I'm like, well, you might well just say what I know you thinking in your head.
Hey, he be so aggressive, and it's just like he say everything but the cuss word. Like, it's just he'll sit there and be like, "That was stupid. That was stupid." Like,
yeah, see, and I'm not like that. I won't. It depends on the situation and the person.
Oh, man.
And the person, because we had this conversation. We was talking about how we be more comfortable to do hurtful stuff to the people we know and comfortable with than strangers. Because it just in your mind used to be like, well, I either know or feel like I think you know my intent, or we can move past this, or we can recover. If I lean here with this stranger, we might just have to go left. Like, it might just have to go left. With you, I know it might not necessarily go that way. You might be a little upset, but you knew what I meant or where I was coming from.
I gotta develop that laugh your dad got, man. Because I didn't witness your dad say something crazy to a grown man and then do a chuckle after. like to play it off. I'm like, nah, he just said something crazy to you, bro. Like,
nah, listen.
Like that's my uncle, but I wouldn't let that stay.
Nah, listen. It's not. That's my whole family, bro. It's this. We call it the Cobra chuckle. Like me and my cousins, it's the Cobra chuckle. Like it's kind of how you know it's about to go left. Cause we just be like,
that's a prank.
yeah, like. Or if when we fussing at you, like we just got done fussing at you, finish fussing. We frustrated, we irritated with you, and then we end all that fussing with one of them, like kind of like a cough, like.
Oh my god!
Sometimes won't even say nothing. That's all you get is the.
Yeah. It don't help that his vocabulary crazy. Cause I'm like
that too.
I'd rather you to say a quick question with me. You just said 3 words I never heard in my life.
I literally was raised by a thesaurus, like all growing up. So when we used to talk, people used to be amazed, like you speak so well. Well, you should meet the person who been talking to me all my life.
This should be up there. This should be up there. The dynamic between them two perfect, because he'd be up there preaching and he'd say a word and then he'll look over and your dad be like, "Yep, that's right. That's the definition."
or he'll be not stuck, but he'll be reaching for something and he might just insert it to him. He'd be like, "Thank you" to my words. It's really like that, and that's why I be prefacing certain things I say. Like, no, I really talk like this. Like, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to belittle you. Like, I really know these words that I'm saying. I really talk like this.
Right. Yep. People say they don't want to be talked to like they stupid, and then when they meet somebody that's really intellectual, they offended.
So yeah, and it's like I didn't come up with this because I knew you couldn't understand it. I'm literally just talking to you.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm about to get off here and eat.
What you about to eat? What's this meal that's so good that you gotta get off right now? I just want to know. No judging.
I heard you bad.
It's some shrimp stir fry.
That's it? I mean, if you deem that to be more important than this, I mean,
she look like she ready to go to sleep, so she just trying to make sure she get the food in first. We'll be dead tired, like we need to go to sleep now. We be like, but nah, that I got that Alfredo in there. I
gotta eat.
And she gotta eat and clean the kitchen
and put the food up
today.
Yeah. Oh man, I ain't know we've been on rocking on here for this long. You know what? We could just get off of here. I ain't know we've been on here for this long.
Yeah. Let me get off first, though. Let me get off first.
No. Wait. Since
can we end the live first before you get off? Can we do that at least?
Right. Okay. I thought we already live.
My thing is, since you was the first one to say I gotta get off of here, you should be the one to pray us out.
I'm cool with that.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I was gonna say.
All right. All hearts and mind clear?
Mind clear.
Bow your heads. Close your eyes.
Hold on. Don't tell me that's a controlling spirit. Don't.
And that's why you gotta add the last one. Shut your mouth right after close your eyes.
I'm glad you said it.
Yeah.
Don't prolong this prayer. All right. Dear Heavenly Father, we come before you just first and foremost giving you all the glory, all the honor, and the praise, just for you allowing us to get to this portion of our day, this portion of this new year. God, we bless you, we magnify you for all that you're doing in our lives, individually, collectively, all of our viewers, those who support us, those who are on their way. God, we just thank you for what you're going to do this year. We thank you for what's to come. Let us all sleep well and have a great day tomorrow. In Jesus' name, amen.
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 Bye, y'all. Bye.
Bye.